Alright, so season 1 finale. Finally, I feel like I've been watching this show for months. Well, I have been watching it for months, haven't I? Frank is up against the wall. He has to figure out a way to finagle himself into being vice president. Zoe is figuring out just what Frank has been doing with all of her stories, leaking all the stories to her. Her and Christina are working together. Alright, let's watch it.
Position in the marketplace diminished.
What's the ask?
Tusk won't accept the nomination if he thinks his holdings are at risk. Sandcorp needs to initiate a hostile takeover.
He's worth 3 times what Sandcorp is.
I'm talking about the subsidiaries. We go after the companies that refine and ship the uranium, the support system.
Come on, Frank. Their stockholders are taken into account. Huge financials. Make some calls.
Thank you, Remy.
I like Remy.
Legitimate reason.
Of course it is. But what you can't do is fire someone for being pregnant.
Is that what she's saying?
Miss Cole claims that you said, quote, I need employees, not mothers, and, quote, go focus on your baby.
What?
Can I see that? It's completely false. I never said that.
She claims you did.
I must say, though, I think he is by far and away the best candidate.
Why do you say that?
Doesn't it make sense for you to nominate someone you know so well?
I don't know him. That's why I sent you to St. Louis.
Forgive me, Mr. President. I didn't mean it that way. I meant that the world knows so well. You, me, everyone knows Raymond Tusk. We don't need to convince anyone of his worthiness.
But you said he still seems ambivalent?
Which is why I think you should make a personal overture. Invite him to the White House.
What are you doing?
This is serious, Zoe. It goes way up, as high as the commissioner. No record of Russo getting pulled over, but he remembers there was a call girl brought in with Russo. That's a file on one of her previous arrests. I've investigated police cover-ups before. I got death threats for a year. Are you willing to take that risk?
Yeah.
How long? These are extraordinary circumstances.
Frank, Sandcorp's officers do not meet with politicians, period. You talk to me, I talk to Scott Cunningham, and vice versa. That's how it works.
All right, Remy, whatever you think best.
I'll call you when I know more.
Nancy!
It's Frank. Remy wouldn't arrange a meeting. Remy Danton exists, so we don't have to meet. I needed to speak with you. Figure out a good reason you needed to be in Atlanta today. You can pull over at the next corner. I'll let my car pick me up.
When Sunday gets blue.
Frank's in a corner.
How'd it go?
Not good. Remy's up to something. He's not returning my phone calls.
Wow.
If we go through with this, it's insider trading.
He didn't strike me as a man hearing the news for the second time.
You want to believe I'm playing games, I could walk away from the whole thing, but I'm all you've got right now.
I'm the one doing you and Sandcorp a favor, not the other way around. Afterwards, I'm trying to strengthen our partnership.
Smells an awful lot like bullshit.
Don't condescend.
8 years I worked on your staff. I never once made it further than your front doorstep. Well, now I'm in your living room, Frank. It's not because of what you taught me. It's because I finally woke up to what my value is and how undervalued I was slaving away for you.
I want to maintain the influence that I have worked to achieve in the White House, which translates into the influence that you have in the White House through me.
You just told on yourself, dude.
I don't think we want Birch getting
You'll
involved.
never get the chance.
What are you planning?
Can you set up a meeting for later today, yes or no?
I'm sure I can squeeze it in.
Good. I'll talk to Birch. Get him on the phone. This has to stay off the books, just like the dinner with Tusk.
Okay.
And finally, do you have a scheduler that you can fire?
The president's OTR scheduled between now and Friday.
How'd you get this?
It doesn't matter. Look who he's meeting with this afternoon.
Bob Birch?
And look at Friday night.
Raymond Tusk. These aren't the craziest meetings for him to be having.
Then why aren't they on the official schedule?
He's considering them for vice president.
I'd say that's reason enough to keep them secret.
Get this out right away.
Organizations like yours get 90% of the grant money, then cozy up to corporate sponsors who destroy the environment.
The things you're claiming are lies. I never mentioned your pregnancy.
I got in touch with Evelyn Baxter. Remember her? We had a long conversation. It seems that you have a history of axing people who disagree with you.
Yeah.
She'll be testifying on my behalf. We shouldn't be fighting each other. Do you feel that? The kicking? I won't let people like you fuck up the world my child has to live in. If I have to tell a few lies to do that, at least I learned one valuable thing from you.
I'm not trying to dissuade you, but please make sure you think long and hard before you decide.
But it's possible.
Assuming you and your husband fit all the criteria, yes, it's possible.
What?
What is
Well,
she
that's hard.
doing? Really? I'm really surprised.
Get on it, isn't it?
Why?
How much do you know? That you were with him when he was pulled over.
Who else knows?
Just me. I can keep it that way, but I need more.
There is no more.
So,
She mentioned both you and your boss.
what exactly?
She didn't say. All she seemed to know is that I was in the car with him when he got pulled over.
And you didn't admit to more than that.
No, I said everything exactly like you told me to. You really think I'd spill my guts?
Calm down.
Why didn't you tell me he was going to hurt himself? I never would have done it.
How could I have known?
I just want all this to go away.
It will. All of it. I promise.
This is so not good. Oh. Yep. Sitting in his seat.
Shouldn't you be at the White House?
That's just rude.
How could I pass up the chance to eat the best ribs in Washington? Samarium 149. I need it for my reactors.
You already have the president's ear.
Trade tariffs are controlled by Congress. You have a lot more influence there than Garrett does. It's the reason I wanted you to stay there in the first place.
And what exactly would you want me to do?
Well, that part I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see how things play out with the Chinese.
And I also have avoided a reputation for indentured servitude.
I never make an offer more than twice, Frank.
Oh well.
Tell me now if I can count on your cooperation.
You're not offering cooperation. You're demanding tutelage.
Yep.
I am absolutely willing to work together as equals. You can't purchase loyalty, Raymond, not the sort I have in mind. If you want to earn my loyalty, then you have to offer yours in return.
The president backstabbed him for the Secretary of State nomination. It has to be something else.
The president would owe him.
But what? They already meet once a week. The education bill, and what specifically?
He could be after the VP nomination.
That doesn't make sense, though. The VP slot is on the table because Russo tanked. Underwood wanted him to win.
Unless he didn't. Maybe he wanted Russo to self-destruct.
To force Matthews to run.
Exactly. And then next week, when Matthews wins...
The president taps Underwood.
I told the president that, in my humble opinion, both he and the country would be well served by a man as experienced, intelligent, and loyal as you.
So, I'm officially asking Frank.
Sir, I don't know what to say.
Say yes.
Yes. It would be a great honor, Mr. President. I would like you to be part of my security detail once I get confirmed.
That's the Secret Service, sir. I'm Capitol Police.
Then I'll put you on the Secret Service. If you're interested.
I'd be more than interested, sir.
Good.
And I'm extremely grateful.
Keep being valuable. That's the best way to show your gratitude. The plumber finally come.
Everything's fixed.
I fixed it.
Francis. So proud of you, Francis.
I didn't do it alone.
I got here as quickly as I could.
something wrong? What about going for a run with me?
She's trying to smear Congressman Underwood. It's a coordinated campaign by everyone at Slugline.
You ready?
Yes.
Frank is gonna be VP. That's what he said out at the beginning of the season, right? He was so pissed. Everything he's done has been to get that office. And may I just say, Remy is dirty. Remy is disrespectful. You can mess with a man's business and go behind his back and betray him, but you don't take someone else to his rib shack. That is an affront to everything Southern. Really? That's rude. He was sitting in his seat and everything. That was disrespectful. He's vice president now. So he's gotten what he wanted. So now he just basically has to fend off everybody else coming for him with all the information coming out in the news, right? He's gonna have to kill somebody else. Like, he's gonna have to have somebody else killed. Claire wants to have a baby. He hates babies. They had an agreement. They have a listen. They talked about this, but they didn't want to have kids. What is she doing? Yeah, she's getting him to run so he can be all healthy. Come running with me. It's nothing. Zoe and crew are working stuff out. That's it for season 1 of House of Cards. Finally, I finished the first season. I guess either Saturday or next Tuesday, I'll put up the video for the next season. But that's it. Bye.